All right, we're live. Yeah, JMA. I was short from 12.3, and I went long at 9.8 to 9.7. So I basically caught the bottom.
I'm doing really good today. I'm already up 21% on my account.
Nice. I'm up like almost 9. I'm up like like 8.
I got wicked out. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm up 6%, 7%.
I'm only trading 1x leverage too, because I've been trading really small leverage lately, because I don't want to be fucking glued to the screen watching my trades. If I took normal size on this position, I'd be up like 16-20%.
Yeah.
See, I'm opposite. I actually went bigger on this position than I usually do.
Yeah, I can't take big trades right now. I won't get anything done. If I'm in big trades, I can't do anything. I just like sit there and stare at my trades and manage them.
Last night during the crash, I was laddering all the way down, but I was like also increasing my leverage the further down it was getting. So I ended up with a really good average below 10K at like 3x of my full account. And then when it bounced, I did really good.
Nice. Yeah, I really liked the price action we were seeing around like 9.7, 9.8, so I went long. I'd let go of my short way too early. I took a short at whatever that was that I messaged you. It was 11,200 or so, 10,000. The fuck was it? God damn it.
We're not out of the danger zone yet, though, on the 4 hour. Like the 1 hour definitely looks way better, but the 4 hour, we still can see some resistance.
Yeah, I feel like this could be a trap, so I'm being skeptical right now, and I'm only scalping.
Where was that failure? It was way up here.
I'm watching this. I'll post it in voice.
Oh yeah, it was 10,300. I took that short, but I was going for a scalp, and I closed at 10,000. And then it fucking went all the way down to 9.96, 9.7. And then I reversed long at 9.6, 9.7. I should have went way harder on Ripple. Basically shorted the top of Ripple.
Your favorite coin to short.
What was that?
That's your favorite coin to short.
Yeah, I know. Short Ripple into the fucking ground.
Yeah, it's my favorite because I hate Ripple, and I'd love to see it die. So I'll only basically short Ripple. I will never long it.
Yeah, I shorted literally the top candle. I got reamed on my first fill. The second I clicked my market sell, it dropped 40 Satoshis and it filled me and then came back up. I hate that shit so much. Literally clicked market and got me.
This weed stock today, this Tilray.
You're trading Tilray, dude? What are you doing? That thing's a pump and dump.
2 contracts, dude, and each contract cost me over $1,000 each.
Oh my god. Why'd you do that? Are you trading premium or something?
No, it broke its downtrend. It's starting to reverse. It actually looks good, and it still looks good. That's why I'm staying in the trade. That's why I haven't ditched it yet. I just closed a bunch of positions for small losses because I want to lighten up my my portfolio going into the holiday, because the volume right now is...
Hey Tacky, what's going on, man? When do you know if we're a member in the Discord registered yesterday? So that's not for registering, that's just our waiting list, Tacky. So the Discord, once we're ready for launch, once we're ready to release, we are going to send you guys an email with how to register. You guys are going to get an email, you're going to get a link to how to register, and then you can register from there. So everybody on the waiting list is going to have like 72 hours early to register. And then once the 72 hours is up, we're going to let everybody else register after the fact.
Bitcoin daily isn't. It's actually, I actually kind of like how it's looking. We came down, tested V-stop twice, and we never closed underneath the 17 EMA yet.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at as well. That double daily. Yeah, the little buy signals. massive daily pivot down here now. Super, like, really strong support.
I'm wondering if we're going to break 10.8.
But yeah, Tacky, I can check right now. Let me see. Make sure I have you on the list.
Yeah, we need to break that. We need to get a close above that 10.8.
Tacky, what is your Discord name that you signed up with? You don't need to give me the hashtag. You can just give me the name. I can find it. Yeah, I got you. You were the second person, man. I got you. You're on the list. Yeah, so what I'll do is... So, like, once we have our release date set in stone, we know when we're going to launch. I'm going to send out, like, a test email. And I'm going to let you guys know... just to make sure that you're on the waiting list. And then after that, when we're ready to give you guys the sign-up page, I'm going to send the real email. And then you guys are going to have 72 hours to sign up for the Discord. And then after that, we're going to open it up to everybody. So the first 50 people is going to be $145, and then we're capping it out. And then we won't be opening it back up until we deem that necessary. But once we open it back up, it's going to be more expensive, obviously. Our waiting list is actually almost full already, so you guys are going nuts. Hasn't even been 24 hours yet, and we're over halfway there. If there's more than 50 on the waiting list, it's just going to be first come, first serve. You guys will have like 72 hours to sign up though. So I don't think that'll be an issue. But if it becomes an issue, we'll see what we can do. Hey man, good to see you. You got that nice 12-month badge, man. Hey Sloth. Key toy. I just got here. Sign up for what? The indicator? No, it's for the Discord. We created a waiting list. If you go to oasistrading.io, there's a waiting list for our Discord. So if you are interested in getting involved in our paid Discord when we release, go ahead and sign up on that waiting list, and we will send you guys an email when we're ready to start taking people in. I made a highlight. If you guys missed the announcement, I made a highlight of the clip from yesterday, and you guys can check my highlights on Twitch, and it's like a little 30-minute clip. I talk about the Discord, I talk about the indicators, I talk about basically everything that we're going to be doing moving forward. So if you guys missed the stream yesterday, just go check out that highlight. I will be posting that on Twitter later today as well. Also later today, if not tomorrow, I will be posting a pricing table with all of our pricing and our indicators, basically everything that we offer. So you guys will be able to see what we have going on for launch. But yeah, guys, if you're just coming in, I'm currently long on Bitcoin. I started longing around 96 to 98. I got filled on 98, 97. I missed my 96 fill. But my average, I actually added into it. My average is 99 now, so we're doing pretty good. My average is 99. We're currently up about 5% on the account on that Bitcoin trade. Very low leverage trade. It's about 1x leverage on the Bitcoin trade. I'm also in a Ripple short. My average on the Ripple short is 40.49. Where is Ripple? Here we go. And Ripple's dying. We basically shorted the top of Ripple. I started shorting up here. I added on to it, so I brought my average down a little bit. I basically started shorting on this, the gravestone here, the hourly gravestone. As soon as I saw the hourly gravestone, I started shorting, and then I saw the hanging man here. I added on to my short, and then we saw that failure downward towards the pivot. This was actually my initial target, but then I went to bed and I didn't set my target. I just let it run. And it's a good thing I didn't set my target because we're basically dying now. So very good trade. We're up about 4% on the account on the Ripple trade, up about 5% on the account on the Bitcoin trade. So both these trades combined, we're up about 9% on the account, which is really good. What's your target on Bitcoin? So on Bitcoin, I don't really have a hard target. I'm kind of just letting it run. If I had to pick a target, it would be probably this upper pivot towards this this little consolidation right here. So probably around 11,200 to 11,500. We'll see how it reacts to that upper range.
We're coming up to 10.8 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a doji up here at 10.9 that I want to test. I'm gonna raise my stop loss once this hourly pushes out of this triangle here. If you guys are looking at this price action pattern we have going on here, if you take the yearly high to this lower high here, you're currently testing that trend right now. And then this low right here is why I started adding on to I started longing, was based on this and the 4-hour pivot. So we had a 4-hour pivot that was perfectly tested here on the new indicator. You have the 4-hour pivot. It acted as the perfect bottom on those closes. You had a few little wicks, but that's okay. You never closed below it. So once we started to bounce off this range, I started longing here. So that's how I caught my long. I also liked the confluence with the hourly. If you look at this pivot wick here, down to this pivot wick here, you have that lower low trend. But we saw a lot of buy pressure come in once we were testing that trend. So I started longing once we saw that. Yeah, the weekly's a gravestone, but this current weekly is really weird, very indecisive. What were you saying, Jairo?
I'll say last night it was really crazy watching the 1 minute because the chart crashed obviously, and then we went sideways like consolidation, and all of a sudden it went almost right back up to where we came from, and
Yep.
it looked like a U shape.
Yep.
I couldn't believe how fast that pumped.
Yeah, it basically crashed, pulled back, pumped, and then crashed again. This is what
Like,
stopped out Sticky, I think, is this last failure right here.
if I'm not mistaken, 10.8 is a doji from 2018, isn't it?
Let's take a look. Yeah, it is. It should be. I'm pretty
Yeah, I
sure
had a
it is.
long on that first break of 10K, and then when it retraced back to 96 is when I got stopped.
Yeah, 10/8's this doji. This is the doji we were looking at on the way up. Way back here, this doji. Or this one, yeah. It's that last little support doji before you break down. But yeah, the daily looks really bullish. The daily's ridiculously bullish. You have a double pen bar, basically, doji into dragonfly. So you probably could see like 11.3, 11.5. The weekly's really fucking weird because we have a massive shooting star doji, but then we have another long-legged doji right after it. So it's really indecisive. The 3-day is probably cleaner. Let's take a look. 3-day is actually still bearish. The 3-day you have that pin bar at the top that almost like a hammer, but more of probably dark cloud cover. And then you have a long wick on this candle. So you really you have a lot of buy pressure coming in. Every time you try to fall, it gets bought up.
The 8-hour looked pretty weird too, because there was a tweezer bottom and then it fell through.
Yeah, tweezer bottom here, then it kind of sandwiched. You're actually testing a 8-hour pivot right now. I was testing these with lines, and I actually kind of like the lines. Let's see.
Actually, last night you called the crash, so I was wondering what alerted you to what was going to happen, because on my indicators I didn't really see any indication.
I literally just looked. It's funny because I was talking to Sticky about that, and we were just talking in voice. Me and you were talking in messages, right? We were DMing, and then I went to look at my chart, and I looked at it, and it looked so bearish. Dude, I instantly market shorted the second I looked at it. But yeah, if I go to it, what I was looking at an hourly, I think. Was it an hourly or a 15? Oh, it was a 15, yeah. I was looking at a 15 minute. So we had this bulldog, right? So you have the bulldog there, and then you pop up, you hit your bulldog target, but then you started failing, and then you had this pivot here on the 15, but you are not able to get above the trail. It was like trying so hard to get above that trail, but it just couldn't do it. So as soon as I saw this right here consolidating on the pivot, I shorted it. Because basically it's consolidating on the pivot when it should be bouncing off of it. And if you consolidate on a support after you have like an impulse down, that's bearish. So most people think that consolidation on a support is bullish, but if you're consolidating on a support after a move down, that's not bullish. That's actually bearish. Because if it's bullish, you want to see a clean, sharp bounce like these. You want to see a sharp, like an atom bottom. You don't want to see it like an Eve, or you don't want to see a consolidation. So yeah, I looked at the chart, I saw this, and I market shorted. And if you look at the 1 minute, it's actually hilarious. Because I sent that message at
like 12:05.
Yeah, 12:05, 12:07, which is right here. And it's right when the 1 minute turned red. I didn't even see the 1 minute turn red. But
I was watching the 1 minute once it happened because it was so crazy.
Yeah, the 1 minute turned red. You see the volume start to pump, and then you start to get some serious volume here.
Yeah, my average ended up being 9,999 somehow, and then it went down a little further, so I added on. I was at 3x leverage, so I added on as many contracts as I could. I brought it down to like 99.80, and then at one point I was minus 12% on my account. I didn't use a stop loss because my lick was like 6k or something.
Yeah, it's more of a long-term trade.
Obviously not advisable, but anyway, so I just held on to it, and then, you know, all of a sudden I broke even, and then not even 10 minutes later I was plus 17% on my account.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, it was a wicked bounce.
Yeah, that was like over like 30%.
Well,
like,
basically from where he was right here, I called out the dip. So it dipped almost 6%, instantly popped back up 6%, re-dipped 6%, and now it's back up 12%. So yeah, these moves have been pretty crazy. Yeah, man, Sticky got stopped out too. Sticky was in the same trade basically you were probably in. And this wick right here got him.
After I went to, no, I was on the first pump candle on the pivot that broke 10k.
What's funny is if I was awake, I probably would have got stopped, because I typically, when I'm managing my trades, I tighten my stops according to dojis. So once we saw this doji like this pattern, I probably would have tightened my stop below that doji. So if I was awake, I probably would have got stopped out. So it's actually good that I wasn't awake on that candle. Because that's basically what you did, right? You tighten your stop to that low.
My stop was at 99.50 and I long 10.14, but I moved my stop up after we broke 10.3 that first.
Oh, you're talking about this one here? Or, this one? Way on the
12 o'clock-ish area.
12 a.m. or 12 p.m. this morning?
Last night on the 2nd or the 1st.
Oh yeah, you're talking about this, yeah. I gotcha, yep. Yeah, so this is the candle that stopped you, right? The big Darth Maul candle? The one at 7 a.m.? Or probably
No,
like...
no, closer to 12 yesterday. You see, we have those two wick bottoms there, almost like.
Oh,
pulled
way
up.
back here?
Yeah, that's where I longed that first break of the pivot, and then I
Okay.
moved my stop up once we hit 10-2, 10.
Oh, I gotcha. So you got stopped out on the first move down.
I was like up 4%, and then I went to bed, and then that's what got me.
I gotcha. I thought you got stopped out on this bullshit candle right here, this Darth Maul candle.
I wasn't in that. I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a disgusting candle. That probably stopped out so many people. Because that's a pretty clean low. If you look at the hourly, that's a good low. You've got a nice, like, bullish tower where you have those dojis on the bottom, then you pop back up. That's pretty, like I said, if I was awake, I definitely would have got stopped out. Because I would have raised my stop loss below that doji. It's those fucking candles, man. You just can't really... Unless you're trading really wide stops, you can't beat them.
Yeah, no, it's like a 3% chop on fucking hourly candles. It's ridiculous.
They have perfected their search and destroy candles. Their search and destroy candles are disgusting. Doing really good on this Bitcoin trade, up 5% on the account, 4% on the account on Ripple. Let's see, Ripple is still falling. This is beautiful. This was a really ugly rising wedge on Ripple, but that really wasn't, that didn't matter to me. I didn't really care about that. The reason I took the trade on Ripple was this hourly gravestone. I really liked that hourly gravestone. I can't decide if I like these levels as lines or circles.
This is a small breakout from the 5-minute right now, so we just crossed 10.8 finally.
Yeah, we're finally above that pivot level. I was really worried about it retracing to this pivot, but it's already broken through it.
Yeah. I'm playing this squeeze on the 5-minute.
It's like a very ugly inverse head and shoulders, but I won't even call it an inverse head and shoulders because it's way too choppy. We're turning green on the hourly, which we haven't been green since like way back here, like 12K. What do you guys think? You guys think these look better as lines or as circles for the pivots? I feel like lines throw people off because they think they're set in stone. They think they're like hardcore levels. But circles are more like zones. That's the way I look at it. As circles, you can tell they are part of the indicator easier. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm going back to that Greek restaurant today. Sticky. The one I was always talking about. Fucking. That place is dank.
Starbucks breaking out, baby.
Dude, I've not been managing my options trades and they're getting wrecked. Like the GE one's getting wrecked. Starbucks, yeah, Starbucks looks good. That pivot was damn near the bottom candle. Really nice. You got a 4-hour buy on that trail there. $83.
Dude, your pivots are on point too with stocks, man.
Oh, I know, the pivots are insane.
You can actually take my trend trading strategy and trade it with the pivots.
What do you use them as, like entries or exits?
I would just, you know how I usually wait till it comes to trend and see buyer step in and then go long or
Yeah.
go short. You could do the same thing except using a trend. You could use your pivot.
Yep.
So once it comes on the pivot and you see it, you know, confirmation that people are stepping in, then it's a good long or short position.
Yeah, it was a really happy accident because they weren't designed to be like where my dojis are, but they line up with my dojis most of the time. They're not based on like the conventional shit that people base pivots on either, so pretty spot on.
See if we get rejected here on the 4 hour.
J-May Kitoy asked you in chat, will you be doing a stream going over your trend trading strat?
Yeah, possibly tonight.
I just closed my trade at 10.8 for an additional 14% because I don't.
Very nice. No, it's a good.
I'm not sure if it's going to reject or not, and if it crosses and stays above and supports it, then I'll look to re-enter again.
That's a solid exit because if you look at my chart, I don't know if you're watching stream, I'll post the chart. This is right on that long-term trend. So this could be a spot where it fails. Like if it's going to fail, it's going to fail on this trend.
Exactly.
So definitely a good place. That's why I keep tightening my stop loss. Because if we fail, it's going to get wrecked. I'm getting ready to tighten my stop loss below this hourly candle. I was giving it some time to fill. But there's no buy volume on this breakout. If you're breaking a long-term trend like this, you want to see that buy volume come in really quickly. You're not seeing it. I'm going to tighten my stop loss below this hourly candle. Around 10,700. Well, that's weird. So in my open positions, my Ripple and my Bitcoin switched places. The fuck?
Oh, on the list?
Yeah, like Bitcoin was at the top, then Ripple, now Ripple's at the top, and then Bitcoin. It threw me off for a second.
There's BitMEX for you.
How much would Discord cost? So for the first 50 people, it's going to be $145 one-time payment. We're not doing monthly subscriptions. We're breaking away from that whole monthly subscription bullshit. The thing with... We just basically want to get away from that whole like monthly subscription for Discord. So we're just charging a one-time fee. And the price that we're charging for our one-time fee is basically what these other Discords charge per month. And it's actually less. A lot of these bigger Discords do about $200 to $400 a month. We're charging less than that for one time. We're trying to destroy these other Discords. Their models are antiquated. Getting ready to take profit on Ripple at 37.25. But honestly, it looks like I could hold it longer, but this was a really good short. I'm not worried about holding this all the way down to the bottom. So this is basically what our trade looked like on Ripple. I got in at 40.60 the first time and then like 40.50 on the ad. My stop loss was 1%. It was a very tight stop loss. My standard 1% when I try to catch tops or catch bottoms. And I didn't really set a target, but I was looking for this consolidation down here towards the bottom of the wedge. And I'm trying to take profit here at 37.25. We're just barely there. If it starts to pull back, I might take profit a little early. Because I would hate to miss my target by, what is that, like 0.5%? Not even 0.5%? We'll see how it goes. Yeah, this was a beautiful short. Yeah, Tacky, I wasn't really talking about them specifically, just like all the other paid discords and just their models, man. They seem very outdated. They seem like they just weigh the trader down with constant fees. They're charging all the traders in their discords for things that they don't even want to pay for. So, Gyro was the big guy who helped us choose this model, and it's basically like a la carte. You guys just basically pay for what you want. We're not going to charge you ridiculous amounts of money for things that you don't want. We're not going to package it all together, so you have to pay a big amount of money for one thing that you would like. We're basically just breaking it all up, and you guys can pick what you want, and you don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay anything extra for things you don't want. And we're going to be releasing, as I told you guys before, we're going to have certain indicators that are going to be free for the Discord members. So this indicator that you're currently seeing on your screen, the candle coloring is going to be, the candle coloring is going to be our light version, and it's going to be free to all of our Discord members. I'm also working on a VWAP indicator that I'm going to release to you guys for free. We might have a few other small ones we're going to give you for free as well. But all the big indicators like the Momo, the support and resistance from Gyro, the trading suite with the pivots and everything, that's going to be additional fees, obviously. Rip me, sold half my Bitcoin at 10.4 this morning. Now I'm in 33% Bitcoin, 66% TUSD. I'm still fully tethered on my Binance account. I probably should have taken profit on some of the tether there at 9.8. I knew 9.8 was going to be a big support. But I'm still holding my tether. We tethered at 12.7. Basically, this level up here is where we tethered. So we're currently up about 15%. Yeah, 9.6, 9.8 is... I definitely should have taken some profit there. About 23, 24%.
I don't remember if I told you guys or not, but the Ripple fucking CEO is now CEO of the BAM Trading Solutions, the people in charge of Binance.
But yeah, my full Binance account, which is my biggest account in crypto, we tethered at 12.8, 12.7. So we're doing really well for the month. I found for a beginner trader like me, the best thing to do is just hold some Bitcoin and some TUSD, so you can resist these FOMO waves. Fuck it, if Bitcoin moons, you can have some. If it tanks, no, yeah, 100% doodle jump. Most traders, when they're new, they shouldn't be trading BitMEX. You shouldn't be trading on margin. And if you're trading margin, you should be trading very low leverage. So using like Binance or these other exchanges and trading like stable coins with Bitcoin, that's definitely going to be a very profitable strategy compared to what a lot of these other people are doing. Alright, Ripple, you're like 10 Satoshis away from filling me. But yeah, guys, June has been a really good month so far. July, obviously, or sorry, not June was a bad month. We recovered towards the end of the month. July has already been a really good month. We're up almost 10% on the comp account. We're still about break even on the overall account from what happened in June, but we're up 10% if we start from the balance in July to now. We're up a little over 10%. And then on my main account on Binance, we're up a little over 15%. So our net gain on all of our accounts is over 20%. And we basically just started July. We are doing very well. A lot of our other traders in the Discord are doing well as well. Sticky's been kicking ass. Gyro, like he said earlier, he was up like 17% on that trade. Pretty sure Seraphic is doing well. JMA is doing well in options. We're having a really good month. You guys will be able to see all of this too when you join. We have all of our analysis backlogged. You guys will be able to look at how we run things. I could lower my target to this doji down here, this point of origin doji, but I'm happy with a 8% trade. I don't want to get too greedy on this Ripple trade because Ripple can really pump very quickly, so I don't want to give up too much profit. I want to catch Ripple on the way down. I don't want to let go of it on the way up. What are you looking for in Bitcoin short term, since that's what you do? So right now, we're currently in a long. We're long from 99. I started longing around 97, 98, and then I added on to it. My current average is 99.22. I'm looking for about probably 11.2 to 11.4. Maybe even this pivot around 11.5. If we break this downtrend on Bitcoin, we could start to see some strong accumulation here. So basically, if you break this downtrend, you'd be looking at like a range from this level down to this level. So you could see a very wide consolidation here. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it reacts to this lower level here, or this lower high level. Alright, 7 Satoshis away from filling me. Yeah, this is Ripple BTC. Yeah, so basically Ripple has been... I basically took the same trade because I'm shorting Ripple and I'm long Bitcoin. When Bitcoin goes up, Ripple's going down, so I'm like amplifying my gains. Funny enough, I got a trend line I drew from early 2018 that's come into play recently. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in 2018. Like the dojis are reacting pretty strongly to current price action. Currently up a little over 9% on the account with our 2 trades right now. All in a day's work. I really don't like that it's not filling me here and it's right next to my order. I might get a little impatient here and just close it. I hate when it gets this close to my order and stalls out. I saw that in the latest top of 14K. Alt started to pump. Best way to trade them, I guess. Yeah, I avoided the altcoin market for a very long time. I haven't been trading alts for basically like 2 months. I trade alts on BitMEX, but I haven't really been trading anything on Binance. I could be, though. I've been watching our scanner. We've been developing scanners for the Discord, and they've been pretty much spot on. It called out Vibe earlier today, or Vib, V-I-B, at 414, and it fucking surged up to 440. So we saw a really nice call out here. Called it a little late on the breakout, but you still got like a 6% move from the call. Storm was an old... Oh, no, I was looking at Storm. This was an old call out. Yeah, that one was old. The fees for ults on BitMEX is very high, though. Yeah, they're pretty high, but I typically use limits for the most part. I got wrecked on ults during the 10k to 13k pump, so I learned my lesson. Only ult I'm in is Ethereum. I got it at 24.9 on the double bottom on the daily. Yeah, Ethereum was a really solid buy. Ethereum outperformed Bitcoin for a little bit there, but then it kind of started consolidating. What are we looking at here? Are you talking about an altcoin? Matic pumps 65%. Are you talking about... Is this Bitcoin up here? Oh, so this is Bitcoin. Yeah, so you're talking about when Bitcoin started to dump, the alt started to rise? I got you. We're still trying to get above this trend, but I'm not really convinced. There's not a lot of volume coming in. We need to see some serious volume come in to break this trend. Yeah, man, I rarely trade altcoins on BitMEX. Rarely. So if I take altcoin trades on BitMEX, they're pretty good setups that I like to trade. This current setup that I took on Ripple was a pivot high on a gravestone. And I really like trading gravestones, especially when they're on higher time frames, like an hourly. So we saw an hourly gravestone here, and you saw this wick here, so you were creating a pivot. So you started to pivot here. And then once we were confirmed by that hanging man, it was a guaranteed short, basically. And I shorted that move, and we basically caught the top. We're getting ready to take profit for 8%. Just need to get filled here. This could go lower down to this doji, but I'm gonna take profit at 8%. I'm pretty I'm happy with 8%. This was an 8-to-1 trade. Very simple. Never had any drawdown. Very nice trade. Yeah, the only new money coming in, Seraphic, is basically from the institutions. There's really not a lot of retail money coming in. There's no new retail money. All the retail money is just kind of being recycled from alts to Bitcoin, back to back. I think most of the new money coming in is all institutional money. That's why we saw this massive run up so quickly. Was we had big money moving the market. How about the Hong Kong Iran rumors? I don't know about those rumors. For example, Link BTC just got listed on Coinbase. Yeah, I saw that. It's why it pumped. There are people out there that have insider information on these types of things. 100%. Coinbase is known for that too, for getting the coins start pumping before they actually get listed. Alright, what the hell's going on, Ripple? Ripple's like dead. And it's 7 Satoshis away from my order. Now it's 6 Satoshis. It's because Bitcoin's stalling here. We need to see some Bitcoin movement. I'm closing Bitcoin at 10.7 if it pulls back here. Honestly, you could reverse this. You could reverse this if you want to trade this trend here. I could reverse into a short. It would be a little risky though. This could be a fake out. It could just be waiting, consolidating right here, and then popping. If you short this, you could get stopped out very quickly. You have a 5-minute pivot here, which is acting as your high. You are starting to pull back on that pivot. You could definitely reverse short here. What's my Ripple doing? I might close Ripple because Ripple's probably going to start pulling back because Bitcoin's closing. I'm so close to my exit on Ripple. Hong Kong situation, basically if you lived in Hong Kong and operated as his own. Yeah, I know about all that. So China wants to remove that. Yeah. Protests around the world. What does that have to do with crypto though? Come on, Ripple, give me one last little move down. Yeah, that's a lot of speculation. I would have to see some like hard information on that. That's why I don't really trade off of fundamentals at all. Because most fundamental is just all speculation. Very little fundamental news is factual. Now in the stock market, it's a different story. You definitely have a lot more fundamental news that's actually helpful in the stock market. Most of the fundamental news in crypto is dog shit. So let me mark my trade here so you guys know what we're doing. So we're currently long. My average is 99.20. No stop loss at this point. Stop loss is way up here in profit. Currently up about 8%. So we're up basically 16% in movement on our trades. 8% Ripple, 8% Bitcoin. Could be up over 20% if I took a normal size position on these trades, but we're trading low leverage. Most fundamental news from crypto comes from TradingView? Yeah, right. Comes from people making up bullshit on Twitter, mainly. Are there big walls here holding us down? Like, is that what's going on? Let's take a look. Pull up our book map here, see if we can find some walls. What do we got going on here? We got a
Biggest
decent
thing
wall.
I see is 10,850.
Yeah, 10,850 is huge. Like 7 million. Besides that, they're pretty small. These 1 mil walls are nothing right now. There's so much volume coming in. Yeah, it's about 8 million at 10,850. Really no support. Small support at 10.7. How's Ethereum looking? How big was Ethereum's drop? You had about, yeah, about the same, 6 to 8%. Yeah, 10 mil goes up to 10.8. 10 mil goes down to 10.7. So 10.8's really our resistance. This Ripple trade's pissing me off. It's literally not moving. Just one more sell. Just one more. Alright, so we have closed our hourly candle. This new candle is currently opening outside of the trend, but nothing's happening. No buy orders coming in. Yeah, 10.8's a strong zone. It's a doji from way back in 2018. Ripple's starting to go back up. Yeah, I'm going to close Ripple here in a second. I'm not going to let it take my profit away when it got that close to my exit. It's the difference of less than 0.5%. The difference is, though, I'm going to pay fees to get out instead of getting out on a limit. That's the biggest problem here. I'm going to give it a few more minutes, probably like 10 more minutes, see what it does. Shorts are getting licked. Is it moving up? Here we go. Currently up about 9% on our trade. This is a beautiful set of trades because I shorted here. The problem with this, I took a scalp on this. I closed it at 10,000. I didn't think it was gonna keep going down. We had a nice little short here, and then I started longing down at the bottom, had it onto my long, and now we're up here. So we basically made money on both ways here. We have a nice little streak going. 3 for 3 on my July trades. Actually, 4 for 4, I think. Is that another July trade? Let me check. Yeah, so I opened a trade on June 30th and then closed it on July. So we can consider that a July trade. So I'm 3 for 4 right now on July. What's your scalping strategy? I don't scalp very much anymore, Doodle. I'm not a very big scalper anymore. Most of my trades are on an hourly time frame. I try to stick to an hourly time frame. The hourly is by far my most profitable time frame. Sometimes I'll do trades based on like the 15-minute. Sometimes like 3 hour, 4 hour, but the hourly is by far my most used. I think the hourly is that perfect medium where it helps you be patient and it gives you just enough data in its candles to kind of trade off of. Yeah, Doodle, this was a scary one. Yeah, you can do OCO orders. This night was a little scarier than normal because I shorted Ripple and I longed Bitcoin and then I went to bed. I actually stayed up pretty late. I usually go to bed around like 2 a.m., but I stayed up till around like 4 a.m. watching my trades. And then I felt pretty comfortable. I set a stop loss at 9,600 on Bitcoin, and I set a stop loss at like 41.30 on Ripple. And I woke up and I was well in profit. So it was a pleasant surprise to wake up to. I actually didn't have any targets set in place either. I didn't set any targets. I just went to bed. I was planning on letting them run, and I woke up and they were running. Hey, ATX, coming from YouTube. He said, I'm not a day trader, more of a multi-day to week swing trader. Would your Discord be appropriate for me? I have a full-time job and can't watch all day. Yeah, man, we're not scalpers really. Most of our setups are basically technically swing trades. Most of our setups are opened one day and closed another day. We don't really put time constraints on our trades. We set trades based on market structure. We put stop losses in place and we put targets in place. And we kind of just let it play out. We manage our trades accordingly, and we update the Discord based on whatever we're doing. If we're adding onto our trade, if we're closing our trade, whatever we do, we update in the Discord. But yeah, we are focused on more of longer term trades. We don't really have heavy scalpers in our Discord. And even if we do scalp, we have bots that are attached to our accounts that post our trades. But like I said, our Discord's not a signal group. It's not mainly just for us to post our signals and you guys to take them. It's very much focused on analysis and educational content. So you guys can easily just ask us, hey man, what do you think about Bitcoin for the next few days? Or what do you think about the equities market or stocks or whatever you want to tell us? And we can all provide you our analysis. You can take what you will and then trade accordingly. Hey, there we go. I got filled on my Ripple trade. So we are out of Ripple. Let me update this in Discord. We made 4% on our account. Very nice trade. Let me update this real fast. Let me grab this Ripple chart real fast so I can post it in Discord. This was a beautiful trade. This is about as perfect as they get. If I'm scalping, I'm not posting a signal. The trade is for me and me alone, because by the time the post is made, the trade is already gone. Yeah, exactly. But like I said, guys, Ripple can easily continue downward down to this 36.41 range, but I am very happy with an 8% gain. I'm not going to be greedy on Ripple. Ripple really likes to retrace quickly. So you can see it likes to do this. It really likes to have these strong retrace candles. And I do not want to get caught in a retrace candle. So I'm taking profit on the way down on Ripple. I'm not going to get greedy. Even if I got greedy, it would go down to like 10%. 2.3% is not worth giving up my good trade. So I'm going to take profit. We took profit at 8.27% on Ripple. Which is a hell of a trade. I'm not going to get greedy on that. What's going on, TF? Hey, Geeky coming from YouTube. Your opinion on shorting Tron right now? Let's take a look. Looks like you're a little late. You could short here, but it's not a very good short. Your risk reward is not good because your stop loss would have to be above this level here. So basically when I use stop losses, I put them above swing levels or pivots. So if you took a short here, your stop loss is way up here. So this would be more of a FOMO short. You could short this, not very good. Not very good. Even on the 4 hour, you had your doji break way up here. So yeah, this short would be FOMO. It could work out, but it's just not a very good short. Yeah, this looks even worse on the 15 minute. You're shorting a support. You have a support right here. You would be shorting support. I don't like that. Yeah.
I'm trying to take out that 10.850 wall. It's coming down from whatever it was till 4 now.
Take a look.
Big one's at 10.9.
Yeah, starting to chip away at it. We're still holding my long on Bitcoin, guys. We're currently up a little over 5% on the account. That wall got eaten. That wall's gone. Or no, it's not. Is it? No, yeah, that wall's gone. Yeah. See you later. See you later. I'm going to try to add on a piece here at 10.850 if it pulls back. Very unlikely, though. You typically don't see pullbacks right after a wall breaks. We'll see if we can get filled. To go back to what you guys were saying about scalping and like how we're going to set up the Discord, the trades and stuff. Most of the time we're trading, we're going to be in voice chat. More often than not. So if we are taking like short-term trades, as long as you guys are in voice chat, you'll be able to catch those short-term trades. But that's going to be very rare because most of our trades are not short-term. Most of our trades are swing trades. We do have a few intraday trades, but even if they're intraday trades, they're typically like 4 hours to like 8 hours long. This wall's front running me. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I got filled on my ad. I'm raising my stop loss to 10.740. So if this is a head fake here, we're gonna get stopped out. we're gonna get stopped out at a 7% gain, which is not a problem. Not a problem at all. So my average is now 1045. So that raised my average a little high, but it's okay. So we got filled on our pullback. Now we're just looking for a breakout here. How's Ripple doing? Ripple still running? Ripple running a little bit. So watch for, if you're currently still in a short in Ripple, watch for this doji around 36.40. Running into another wall here. ATX, yeah, I answered your question, man. I was saying that most of our trades in our Discord are swing trades, so you won't have to worry about missing trades because none of us are very heavy scalpers. We take scalps every now and then, but they're not a main focus of our trading. And even if we do scalp, we're typically trading in voice chat, and it's very easy to look at what we're seeing. But yeah, it's very rare. Most of us are swing traders. Or basically all of us are swing traders. They said they canceled Vice President Pence's vacation or travel to New Hampshire, and they ordered him to return to the White House for an emergency event. That's fucking weird.
Keep adding on to that 875 wall.
Are they building it up?
Yeah, every time it gets chipped away, it's getting added to.
Yep. Suppression and absorption. Hey, Voyager, what's going on, man? Cute on BTC has long wicks as well. Yeah, I'm not paying attention to these alts, really. Yeah, Qtum likes doing exactly what I was talking about with Ripple. It likes having those big surges just out of nowhere. You gotta watch out for coins like these. Very volatile. Ethereum is not reacting. Typically, if this was a very strong breakout, Ethereum would react. Ethereum is not reacting here just yet. Very low volume on Ethereum. Are there any premiums currently? Premium. $40 on Finex. Basically, all the markets are equal, really. $40 premium on Bitfinex, nothing on Coinbase Pro, $12 on Binance, $16 on Huobi. Yeah, no problem, ATX. Jamie, are you plan on going live? Or are you going live later tonight?
I'll be live later tonight.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna eat dinner and stuff first.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I'm getting ready to get off here in about 10 minutes. About what time you think you're going live?
I'd say probably within maybe 2 hours or.
Gotcha. Yeah, so guys, if you guys want to check out JMA's stream, he's going to be streaming some equities, looking at some option plays. He's going to be going live in, like you said, probably about 2 hours or so. And he'll post it on Twitter, and I'll retweet it as well, so you guys will have the link. What time zone are you guys in? So we're in different time zones, most of us. I think like 3 of us are in the same time zone. What time is it for you right now, JMA? Is it 4:20?
3:20. I'm in Central Time.
Oh yeah, yeah. So he's Central. He's got 3:20. Me and Gyro are 4:20 p.m. And then Sticky, I think, is 3 hours behind us? Is it 1:20 for you? I think Sticky's away right now, but I'm pretty sure he's 3 hours behind us, so I think he's 1:21 right now. And then Seraphic is like 14 hours different. I can't remember what his exact time is. But yeah, we've got a bunch of different time zones. So we're basically gonna have a content flowing through the Discord at different times.
Wall is down.
The wall get broken. Let's take a look. Yes, it did. I'm gonna try to add where that wall used to be at 10,880. Just adding small pieces for pullbacks. Definitely probably not gonna get filled on this one. This one looks like the real breakout. Raising my stop loss to 10,850. Let's see if I could fill it at 10,880. It could fill my add and fill my stop loss at the same time. We'll see. 10,880 is my fill for my add. 10,850 is my stop. Not currently bouncing. You got another wall here about 2 million. About to get shredded. We're currently up a little, almost 9%. Almost 9% on the trade. Very nice trade.
The wall at 950 keeps on popping up and disappearing, popping.
Look at this one at 11K. That one's pretty fat too, 7 mil.
Yeah.
If I wanted to play this longer term, I could put my stop loss below this level around like 10,650 and let it pull back and then pop up. But I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable. This could be a fake out. But if you regain this level and re-break the high, you could definitely take another long. Like if you pull back and then regain this level, you could long the breakout. So we'll keep an eye on that. It could give you a small test and then pop. Or it could be a fake out and just break downward. I don't think it's going to break downward very heavily. If we break downward, it's probably going to be a slower downtrend. Because we had this heavy move down, heavy move up. Typically, piercing bottoms like this are very strong bottoms. So you will see an impulse afterwards. And that's why we're currently seeing an impulse. I got filled on my ad. Now my stop loss is 10,850. We're playing this really close here. Losing steam here. Most likely going to get stopped out. I just remembered I paid funding at 4 too. The funding is actually for the longs in 16 hours. That's crazy. The funding has flipped. Shorts are paying longs on the next funding. Or not the next funding, the one after. The funding has flipped. My stop loss is like right here. We're being saved. Just missed my stop loss by like $5. Hey, John. Can you post the link to the Oasis? Yeah, I got you. It's oasistrading.io. You can sign up for the waiting list. We're already almost full on the waiting list, but we're gonna take more than 50 on the waiting list because a lot of them are probably people just signing up for the announcement, but they're not gonna actually buy. So we'll let it overfill a little bit, and then we'll send out the announcement and see how it goes. How's Ripple doing? Did Ripple hit my lower level yet? Pretty close. Is it Ethereum? Ethereum is still not reacting. Ethereum is still not reacting. Very weird. Typically when it's a strong breakout on Bitcoin, Ethereum will react and go, follow Bitcoin. I want this trade to just close, honestly, so I can get out of here and go get some food.
Tesla's going to be booming tomorrow.
Tesla, what's going on with that?
Tesla delivered record 95,200 vehicles in the second quarter versus the 91,000 that was expected. So
There you
they
go.
beat their expected amount. It's up 7% aftermarket.
Jeez. You gotta love the Tesla shorters getting fucking destroyed.
Yeah, I do love it.
So many Tesla shorters, they get annihilated every now and then. Alright guys, I can't keep watching this. I'm starving. I need to go get some food. I'm gonna call it a stream on that. If it gets below 10,850, just know that I got stopped out. Actually, hold on, I think I just got stopped out as I said that. Okay, so we just got stopped out. We made a little over 5% on our account. Very, very nice trade. We're back in the positive on the comp account. Comp account is now up 2%. So we recovered from that like 13% drawdown. Let me update this in the Discord, then I'm gonna get out of here and go get some food. JMA will be streaming later today. Just keep an eye on his Twitter. And I'll let you guys know when he's going live. You guys want to check out some equities analysis. Net gain 5%. Let me post the chart as well. So from our initial order, around 98-ish, this was our average before. How much of a move was that? An 11% move? Alright, boys. I'm going to call it on that. Really good trades today. We made 5% on our account on Bitcoin. We made 4% on our account on Ripple. We caught a 8% move on both. 8% on Bitcoin. We caught an 8% move on Ripple as well. Very, very good trades. That was all in a day's work. Basically opened up those trades last night. Woke up and just now closed them. So looking real good. But all right, guys. I'm going to call it tomorrow. We should be streaming on time. If I stream a little early or late, I'll let you guys know on Twitter. But it should be on time around 4:30 p.m. So catch me then. As I said, JMA should be going live in a few hours if you guys want to check him out. He's going to be going live on Twitch, I believe. So check him out on there. JMA 108. What's it? 1087?
Yeah, JMA 1087.
There you go. Give him a follow on Twitch. But all right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good day. Peace out.